My name is Caitlin Bayer, and I'm the first grade teacher here. My husband's name is Andy, and I have 3 children. Our oldest is Sean, who lives in Minnesota, and then we have 2 here, Evan and Selena. So I taught at Holy Trinity Lutheran Academy, and I taught for 19 years total at that school. I started out in the childcare as the lead preschool teacher, and I worked there for 9 years, and then moved over to first and second grade, and I worked 10 years there. And it was great to see the growth of it, because when I got there, it was just first, second, and the childcare and their preschool. And then when I left, they had a second floor all the way to 8th grade, childcare expanded, and they just did a church refresh. So it was great to kind of see that all come together, and I'm excited to come to Cross Life because it's at the beginning stages and growth as well. I want kids to feel like, oh, home away from home. Sometimes I let the class answer. I'm like, well, does anyone know how to answer so-and-so's question? So they're teaching each other as well. And I'm not like the sole teacher in the room. They can all help each other out in the room as well. So that, I guess, just encompasses that homey feel of, you know, this is my classroom and these are my friends, so we can work together to learn this school year. I started helping the preschool teacher during Sunday school. I did that, and I just remember one little 3-year-old coming up, and she had her hand outlined, and then she had a big old red dot in the middle, and I just asked her, oh, why do you have that red dot? And she's like, well, this is Jesus's handprint, and this is where the nail was, and he died on the cross so he can take away my sins. So I think just hearing this 3-year-old like profess, their faith kind of just hit me there. And I thought, wow, I would like to be, someone who would kind of help feed into that faith a little bit.
Well, Trent Whitney, I'm the incoming board president for the school board. I've been serving as secretary the past couple of years in the school board. Yeah, started with my wife, Amy. We'll have been married 15 years come September. Been a very, very fun 15 years. And then just over 3 years ago, we adopted Reed. He joined our family, and he's going to be joining Cross Life Christian Academy this year in the pre-K 3 class. We're really excited about that. He loves coming to church on Sundays. He'll point at the building, church. He'll look at the cross here and say, Jesus. He knows to associate Jesus with the cross. So that's really neat, and he loves the Sunday school here, Cross Kids. So it's just a natural fit, obviously, for him to come to the academy. We had heard good things already about the Cross Kids here. Of course, starting the academy, we came here, the church felt like home. The people here welcomed us immediately, and we kind of fit right in. We were just impressed with, as I said, the Cross Kids, the academy, and just knew that when and if we got matched with a child, that this is the environment we wanted to raise him or her in. And when it was Reed, Reed took to it immediately. We got him baptized here. He's anxious to come in here for school. He loves coming to church here, and he's almost at the point where he's pointing at the building now. He's not saying school yet; it's still church, but he knows he's going to be coming here every day, and he's excited about that. Basically, kind of 3 careers, as I said: sports management, where I worked in professional and collegiate sports, starting in journalism and then morphing into sports. Then as a healthcare economist for a healthcare firm. But always had the desire to teach. I'd done some teaching in the midst of all that too, and picked up a master's in education and a master's in business along the way. But Cross Life, it's the opportunity to help manage the growth. I think that is exciting. So hopefully, as we continue to grow the school, grow the number of students, help them grow their faith as they grow their education. I view my role as school board president to fully support the principal, support the teachers, and support the students, to help each of those constituencies get the tools they need and the ability to use them to execute our strategic plan.
My name is Hannah Markgraf, and I am the 4th grade teacher here at Cross Life Christian Academy. My husband is the principal, Aaron Markgraf, and we have 2 children. Molly is going into 1st grade with Mrs. Baer, and Grant is going to be starting school for the first time. He'll be in pre-K 3 with Miss Steinbach. My kindergarten through 2nd grade teacher was just the most amazing teacher. She just made the classroom so much fun. I actually wanted to be a missionary. Changed my mind a lot. I went to public college for a year And I was like, this isn't it. And God just opened my heart and was like, hey, remember when you wanted to go to MLC? And I was like, oh yeah. That's when I found I really love teaching the kids. I love teaching them about Jesus, being excited about all sorts of different subjects. They really get to go more into the Bible stories. My good friend bought an entire set of matching Bibles for the classroom so we can all dive into the Bible together and actually see what the Bible says, not just reading it off the Christ-Light sheet, but saying this is actually in the Bible. This is what the words say. I have journals for them so they can write down questions or things that they want to remember. So I am so excited to teach 4th grade. Just all the stuff they get to learn is super fun.
My name is Emma Dorn, and I am the 2nd grade teacher at Cross Life. And my dad, he actually is a teacher. He was a teacher at Illinois Lutheran in Illinois, so he took a call there. And then eventually my mom became the kindergarten teacher at that school. And from Crete, all of my siblings eventually graduated from that high school, and me and my 4 siblings are now all teachers. My last school, I taught at Emmanuel Lutheran in Salem, Oregon, and I taught 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade, all in different combinations throughout the 4 years based on what was needed. I learned how to really teach in smaller groups and the value in that, and having groups of people work on little lessons at a time. And I'm actually gonna probably do that again. What excites me is just being a part of a team that here is just so zealous for God, and to just be a part of a new team that wants to be always supporting each other and to share God's word with not just students but the families as well. Like, I'm extra excited for Wednesdays on chapel when I get to see all those parents coming for chapel. I've never seen or experienced that, so I'm really excited about that. Being in a classroom where I get to be surrounded by kids and hearing their childlike faith. And I wanna be a sheep, ba, 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 ba. And I wanna be a sheep, ba, 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 ba. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. I just wanna be a sheep, ba, 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 ba.
My wife and I, Leanna, have been married since 2019, and we started coming to Cross Life just right around after COVID. And we also have 2 sons, Elliot and Brooks, who are 5 and 2 years old. They'll be turning 6 and 3 in September, so we have 2 crazy boys running all over the place. I think the thing I learned the most is I've grown up in ministry my whole life. My dad was a pastor, so I kind of got to see the pastor's view of how things happen and all the buckets he has his hand in. And when I was secretary, I got to see a small sliver of the buckets that the church board has, but I didn't get to see the broad view that the president has. So they have their hands in a lot of different buckets. They're not necessarily leading those buckets, but they have input, they have meetings, they have conversations around a variety of topics. So just getting looped into a bunch of different areas. I think the church board serves 2 focuses, at least in my mind. One is overseeing the church finances, which is a big thing, is making sure we align our financial decisions with where we want to go as a church, align our finances with our mission at Cross Life, and a big result of that is creating a budget for our church and ensuring we follow the budget, aren't making any decisions that would negatively steward our finances. And then the other is the mission part of that finances. So work alongside you, Pastor Darren, to formulate our mission for Cross Life, which we have, but how do we make decisions as a church regarding our priorities, where we allocate funds, where we strategize volunteering, all the different buckets. How do we grow that mission? How do we advance that mission? So I see it as mission and how do we budget to grow our mission. We can't grow, we can't learn, we can't adjust if we don't hear any feedback. And so I just welcome all feedback. Our board, we're not invisible. We're not this shadow group operating once a month in our monthly meeting. We want to be open, we want to be transparent, we want to be honest, we want to be approachable. I'm excited about the culture of Cross Life and where we're going as a church. Everyone is serving in different roles. Everyone is on board for our mission, and I'm impressed by the commitment that people have to growing together, even through disagreements, even through how we get there. And I see that as a board leader, that we might not all have the same opinion of how we advance our mission on the board, but at the end of the day, we're doing this to grow the kingdom, and that's the biggest reason to do all of this. And so it kind of minimizes those disagreements and allows us to continue on the mission of Cross Life. And I've seen that through our members, through our board, through our staff, to where we're all on the same mission, and that allows us to grow, allows us to have more people come into church and just see how united we are as a church. And I think that's one thing that I've seen guests come in and just see how friendly our church is and how close together people are.